So the live session basically aims at addressing those questions. Now, how did I design this particular course? And I'm Arun Kumar. Of course, you would have known from the video. My purpose of designing this particular course, or the reason or purpose of designing, the reason for designing the course is it gives you an overview of two different accounting methods, that is your financial accounting and cost accounting, and also some basics of finance. That is, the idea of this particular course is to provide a very basic skill level, basic knowledge in financial accounting, cost accounting, and corporate finance out there. It gives you the foundation level understanding of these three aspects. What is financial accounting? What is the contents of it? And so on and so forth. So I would have taken a couple of examples. I would have worked on those examples out there in the class, as well as I given various explanations of the terms that is used. The course is designed more from a conceptual angle than from a numerically problem solving angle. It gives you the idea when I designed the course was to give you a overall conceptual understanding of the contents of what I deliver out there of accounting and basic finance out here. So that is the idea with which I designed the course, and that's that. This is I think the fourth year, if the course is running, and then the fourth year, every year it runs the 3 terms. So this is the 12th term that the course is being offered. And whatever doubts you would have, I can clarify the doubt. Live session is more designed in a way that questions come from you and I try to address those questions out there. So over to you guys, and any questions you can please feel free and ask me. Thank you. You have watched the videos, then whatever questions that come in, you can ask me those questions in the live session. You can either put the questions in the chat box, type it in the chat box, or unmute yourself and ask me the question. I will try my best to address those doubts. One of you will have to start. If there are no questions, then we don't even have a live session. That's all. The session ends. So till what point have you covered as of now? How many weeks have you covered? At least let me know that.
5 weeks.
5 weeks. Then most part of financial accounting you would have finished. That is, you would have finished the balance sheet. You would have finished the income statement and the profit and loss statement. You would have also finished a large portion of the cash flow statements out there. So in a balance sheet, as you know, that balance sheet gives you the position of what you own and what you owe on a particular day at a particular situation. An income and expenditure statement gives you what is the revenues and the expenditures on accrual basis, what has accrued during a set time period, and your cash flow statement gives you what is the cash inflows and outflows during a set period. This is the basic fundamental based on which the accounting concept is built. Now it's open to you. You can ask me questions. You can type the questions in the chat box or ask me orally. Okay, there are some questions in the Google form also. I'm going to address that. What is the break-even point that we talk about in cost accounting? In simple terms, break-even point is something where you neither make profit nor make a loss. That is, your cost, total cost is equal to your revenues. The total cost incurred by you will exactly be equal to the revenues what you generate. So you don't make a profit or you don't make a loss. And that is what we call it as a break-even point out there. There is a question on the Google form. That is why we clarified it. Any questions, any queries? Yeah. Any questions, any queries? Could you repeat? Yeah, I will repeat what I explained for the break-even point. That was a question that was there, that was posted in the Google form, using the Google form. Break-even point, for example, a company is selling 10,000 units of a particular product. Now, I want to know what is the break-even point. There is a break-even point is such point where the number of units if they sell, the cost will exactly be equal to the revenues. But as you know, cost contains what is called as variable cost and fixed cost out there. And fixed cost will be divided over the number of units that you manufacture, you sell. When your total cost is exactly equal to your total revenues, when your total cost is exactly equal to the total revenues, that is what we call it as a break-even point where you don't make loss or you don't make profit. For example, in that earlier case, I say at 7,500 units, if I manufacture and sell, my total cost is exactly equal to my total revenues, then that 7,500 units becomes what we call as the break-even point out there. I hope I have clarified. Any other question? Please ask me. Let me take the question from the which you guys had put in the Google form out there. The next question is, what is the exact operational distinction between a provision for bad debts, and a reserve while determining final net profit available for dividend distribution? Please understand, reserve and provision are very different. Provision is what is called as, it is for an expected loss or an expense. Your tax laws allows you to create a provision for, and what happens is when you create a provision, your profit comes down. When you create a provision, for example, bad debts, that is the debts which are, I have to receive debtors, I have to receive, there is a certain percentage of debtors I may not receive. So what do? I create a provision for that bad debts out there, possible bad debts, that is reserved for bad and doubtful debts, and I write it in the expenditure column as a reserve for the doubtful debts. So when you write it in the expenditure column, then what happens? Your net profit, what you have, comes down, and they are legally allowed to do that as per the tax laws out there. Whereas a reserve is created after the net profits are calculated, the taxes are deducted, and after the taxes, that is profit after tax, from the profit after tax, you can cull out some reserve, some money for keeping it for meeting a specific purpose. Provision is for an expected loss or an expenditure, whereas provisions you could keep for a generic provision, general reserve. or for a specific purpose, and this is culled out from the net profit after tax, that is the profit after tax. From that it is culled out. Whereas provisions, when you reserves, whereas when they talk about provisions, it is always before you arrive at the profit. You get a tax advantage when you cull out provisions. You don't get a tax advantage when you create reserves out there. And provisions, there are tax laws, allows you a percentage, etc. out there, and for certain kinds of what is possible expected losses and expenses, provisions can be created as per the tax laws. That is, provision in short is before profit, reserve is after profit out there. Then there's a question from in the chat box from one of you. I will sort of, not the chat box out there, I mean, it's again in the question. What should be my next step after this course to enter the finance sector as a fresher that will help me grab an internship or a job? You will have, this is the very basic course as I had indicated. This is a fundamental course, basic course as I had indicated. And you will have to do a little more advanced courses. The next course ideally is to pick up a course on corporate finance. So you will understand the corporate finance. Then once you sort of understand corporate finance, then you want to look at some specialization. You could look at the kind of special, you could look at derivatives as specialization. You could look at valuations and corporate valuation as specialization. You could just look at what we say project finance as specialization, etc. But first step after this, do a full-fledged course in corporate finance. Any other question? I hope I'm addressing all the questions that are there in the chat box. Any other question, please feel free to ask me. Please feel free to ask me any question. Where the live session is to clarify or clear all the doubts that you guys could have possibly have as far as this course is concerned. Please go ahead and ask me doubts. I can always clarify. If there are no doubts, then no point in having a live session. Why does traditional volume-based overhead allocation fail in modern automated factories? How does ABC prevent product cost distortion? If you look at, there is a chart, one of the slides I would have also used. There is a difference between your traditional allocation and activity-based allocation. In a traditional allocation, it is on allocation is on volume or the overall prices out there. Whereas the cost is incurred based on the activity. Cost is not, most of the time, the cost is not related to the volume what you produce or the value of the goods that you produce. It is related to the particular activity that you undertake for during the process. So what happens when you adopt an ABC, activity-based costing, your assignment, allocation of cost becomes a little more precise in the case of. That is, if you should ask the question, how much do we produce? That is what we will say in traditional costing. Number of units, and I allocate based on that. Whereas in activity-based costing, we ask the question, what are the activities that are required for the product to be produced out there? That is, if you look at the accuracy point of view, it is activity-based costing is more, is it perfect? No, it is more accurate, I would say. It's more accurate. It reduces cost distortion. Traditional costing, in simple, is volume-based. Activity costing is based on the root cause as to why a particular cost is incurred or why an activity is conducted. Based on that, it is conducted out. Now I come to the chat box. There are questions out there. I'm in my fifth semester and I'm doing both corporate finance and foundations of accounting that are for that. My thoughts to give NISM mutual fund distribution in that order is yes, corporate finance will give you some basics that you could possibly take that up. It depends on what is your career objective. If you are looking at a career objective of fund manager and fund management and things like that, then I would say do a little more advanced course after corporate finance. Get into courses like such as your investment management, etc. And that will give you a broader perspective of how to analyze investments and so on and so forth. And then you could sort of do this. So that would be the appropriate path out there. Little problem in solving out questions in class and assignments. I am from literature background. Currently, what are the basics should I work upon? I don't teach mathematics. My course is not mathematical. That is only subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. These are the only four functional areas, functions that I use. So these are the only four functions I use. I don't use any mathematics. So if you're facing difficulty, I would suggest you watch it maybe once again. Try to solve the problem along with me when I solve it in the class. Then understand the concept, you would be slightly better. There is no math. There's only these four functions: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Nothing beyond that will be required in this course. Upcoming examination, we would sort of look at focusing on basically the fundamental financial statements out there. The three financial statements, what I would have talked about. And examination will be purely conceptual. It will be completely concept-based and it will be completely conceptual. So I would suggest that you focus more on the concepts. I think you should be perfectly fine. Any other question? I'm going to wait for 15 more minutes. If there are any questions, I'm going to take it. Otherwise, we'll have to close the session. Feel free to ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask me. Not a problem.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, myself Karthik.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm from psychology background,
Okay.
and like uh, currently I'm in Meerut, like West UP,
Yeah, Meerut,
doing
I know. Go ahead. Yeah.
psychology majors. Sir, I want to get into PE, like
Uh,
not PE, but in finance,
P, could you
private equity, sir.
private equity? Oh, you want to get into private equity kind of funding. So, your corporate finance, some bit of valuations, corporate valuations,
Yes,
some bit of a startup ecosystem, that is startup funding and etc. That is the space we have to look at. So that is the kind of cases courses you will have to do it. You understand the basics here. Get into next is level as corporate finance, that is mandatory. And once you do that, you have to get more and more into valuations, corporate valuations. See, especially the PE space and PEVC space is basically occupied by valuers out there. And you are want to do an MBA. That's what I see. And
yes,
I want to give CFA. I don't think I have much time to take 1 year drop. You know, not, I mean, if you're doing an MBA from a good place, I don't
yes.
think you even need a CFA at this stage. You could sort of postpone it by to a certain extent.
But sir, I thought CFA like gives good placements and
Yeah, CFA gives good placement, but standalone, if you will it be if you but a CFA, you will have to complete all the three levels out there, 3 or 4 levels or 3 levels out there. So that is going to take time. If you can get an MBA, at least it will be a very more structured program, which could also help you. I mean, CFA is no doubt is going to help you, but if you can get it, because given your psychology background, if you
yeah.
can get into an MBA, because it will be a holistic learning of management. So when you're looking at a PE, private equity funding, finance is one. Second is evaluating the idea. That evaluating the idea, CFA is not going to give you. Evaluating the idea, generic management degree will give you.
Mm.
So that is the reason. Because one is PE is what? I know how to value, but you don't, do you know where to invest, which company to invest? Imagine I have about 10 startups coming in seeking funds with me, about fund with me, about 5 of them come and seek fund with me. Which one is a good idea? How do you evaluate the idea?
So firstly, I have to analyze the company and the
Yeah, there is
profit.
there are methods for that, and that is one of the reasons I would suggest that an MBA would be slightly give you a broader perspective for you to move ahead.
uh,
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, go
like
ahead, please.
my profile is weak for get into finance. I have to be like a good profile and like some background. Like you have to do an CFA, CA, FRM, and then you'll able to get into the finance and everything.
You will have to have some qualification in finance, obviously. Currently, from what you're talking about, I don't think, because you have a psychology background, that's what you said. So you
Yes.
have to have a good finance background. So you have to clear courses like this and then say that you have a finance background in addition to psychology background, and you have to look at leveraging both, because you cannot sacrifice one for the other. That's not going to help you at all. You have to look at sacrificing both. I mean, sorry, leveraging both. Yeah. MBA can give better position. I mean, a good MBA can give you a broader learning, I would say that. Anurag. Anybody else?
Sir, like I have a like very simple doubt. You can
Ah,
understand. Sir, I'm in my third year and
Ah,
well, studying in my third year, and my courses are like you can do fourth year, and if you want to do fourth year, you can do fourth year. If you want to do third year, you can do third year, and you'll get degree and go wherever you want to go. If you don't want to continue in psychology, so like I want to be like the CGPA of mine was like 65, 6.5 something CGPA, and I want to increase it to like 7.5 something. So,
okay,
do I need to like, matlab, if I do 1 year more, like fourth year, then I'm able to give my CFL level one. I'm
okay.
and I'm able to like reach at 7.5 CGPA,
Mm.
and uh, what? But this is the problem. Like,
I think improvement in CGPA, good CGPA is always good. If you feel by spending one more year, by taking more courses, the CGPA will improve, I think that's always a trade off which you can learn to evaluate and see that. There's always a trade off in that.
so, sir, like,
Yeah.
do I need to do or like,
That is a trade off because if you, how confident are you? If I'm very confident, if you feel that I get a very good CGPA and that's going to put me on a better pedestal, well, there's nothing wrong in it. Anurag,
but
studying BCom and how to choose MBA college. I think choose a good institution where the learning, I'm not going to name any college out there. Of course, that way even IIT Madras offers a beautiful MBA, very good MBA program and everything. So choose a good institution where the learning is going to be higher, which is where your opportunities that is going to come in after your MBA are going to be pretty good, pretty good. I mean, there are enough rankings, there are enough coaching institutes which give you all that info and everything. So choose an institution where the opportunities for you, the learning is going to be good, and the opportunities beyond is also going to be very good out there. See, for example, IIT Madras, the opportunities for all our students are fantastic out here. And we also put them through a rigorous learning process out here in the process in here. So will NISM and NSC courses provide the support as I am not from NISM and NIC courses are all very, very basic courses out there. I think that should be possible with a little bit of effort. I think most of those courses. But what are you going to do after completing those courses? That is what something which you have to decide before embarking on any of it.
sir, and the
Yeah,
last thing,
go
sir,
ahead.
last thing I have to say, like, I prepare, matlab, I give my preparation like 150 hours for CAT.
Ah.
So, like, I prepare aimlessly. I didn't look at anywhere. I was like, prepare for this and go give CAT and move to the tier one, yeah, tier 1.5 MB colleges. So,
Ah.
should I take drop or not? That's the reason I'm asking.
That depends on how much of time you are able to devote and what is the kind of score you are going to get. See, whether you take a drop or not, it's very difficult for me to say sitting here because number of hours of preparation is one, but what is the outcome is something which one has to know. So that is what is going to decide, help you decide in the process. So I would say that you would look at that particular aspect and then basically take a call as to how confident you are and in the whole process out there. So that is what is going to help you decide.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
Go ahead, please.
yes, I am Rahul, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have been go through your course regularly, and I think I have a question regarding the is this course be helpful for SEBI Grade A examination?
No, this is a very basic course. This gives you only fundamental knowledge. Whether this course
Mhm.
can be linked to any of these examination, I'm not very sure. But this gives you a very fundamental knowledge so that this will help you in any other course that you do.
Yes, sir, because I have no knowledge about the commerce and accounting and
Yeah, this
finance.
gives you a very basic foundation, fundamental knowledge.
Yes, sir. Actually, when I have started learning the courses through the courses,
Uh,
I think I have understand and I am very excited to know other things as well. So I
hmm.
hope your further courses will help me if
Yeah,
I.
hopefully so. Yeah. Let's hope so. And one of you has asked me which course, what is the source for a course in corporate finance? NPTEL itself has courses on corporate finance. Basic corporate finance, NPTEL itself, it is there. The same NPTEL platform which you're watching, you can pick up a course on corporate finance in this platform itself.
So, sir, any advice from you so that I can work upon
Advice for what? If I may sort of ask you.
for SEBI grade A examination?
CB grade examination, I'm not very sure. I mean, I would say I would sort of advise you to look at the basic part of whatever courses what we do, etc. out there. Whether any of these is going to help you, I'm not very sure. Because I've not really looked at it from that point of view.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other question? Any other question? I can take it.
Sir,
Okay, go ahead,
like
please.
if if I'm say that, then I'm look like a selfish person to you.
No,
But
that's nothing. You can just ask me. I can try and see if I can answer.
sir, if I didn't get enough marks to get into those colleges,
Uh,
so I have
yeah, go ahead.
like 3 to 4 months. So can I do some internship?
I'm not quite following. Your voice is breaking, sir. Can you repeat, please?
Sir, I mean to say if I'm not able to get at that place, so can I get some internship at your place or not at your place, but or
Yeah, I think IIT Madras offers some kinds of internships. NPTEL offers some internships. I think there is a platform for that and where you can apply and everything. That is possible. And internships are possible in IIT, but you'll have to go through the process.
so like I don't know the process, sir.
A process will be there. You can just write to NPTEL. They will tell you what is the process, and you can just follow that. They will tell you the process.
Okay.
So
So
don't worry about that. I mean, at this stage, not a worry. None, you need not worry, I would say. Uh,
okay, sir. Thank you.
fine. Okay. Anybody else? Any other question? Yes, please. Any other question? Any question? I can take it. If there are no further question, I'm going to wait for a couple of more minutes and I'm going to close it because there's no questions. I can't, no point in waiting around.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I have a question regarding the numerical problems. So, where should I look for the numerical problems for the accounting
Numerical
and
problem,
finance?
any simple textbook. I have prescribed some textbooks also for this course. You can pick up any textbook and then you can do it. I have prescribed some textbooks also for the course. You can pick up those textbooks. There are numerical problems in that, or any basic accounting textbook will give you numericals.
Yes, sir. And sir, after joining SEBI, they offered courses like financial risk management and chartered accountant. Side
That
maybe.
is all an
So,
advanced course. It's good that you can do that, but you will have to have that required background for that. Uh, you will have to get into that, get that background, and then you can do that. Not a problem.
so actually, sir, I have masters in mathematics.
Uh,
So I want to move from this.
okay.
I
So
have
possible,
leniency towards the finance.
possible. I'm not saying it is not possible. It is certainly possible. You will have to look at that particular aspect out there.
So, sir, so financial risk management is better or chartered financial
Yeah,
accounts?
financial risk management is good enough. Good. I think you can do that given your background, math background.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Come. Anything specific to this course that I've taught, Foundation Finance and Accounting and Finance? Anything specific to that? I can take questions.
No, sir, actually, I have understood very well because
Okay, thank you.
you have teased in the manner such that no question has been arised since.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome. Any questions? I can still take it. I leave it to you. I'm going to wait around for another 5 minutes more. I'll wait till 6:45, 4 more minutes. And if there are no questions, I'll close the class. Anything else?
Sir, I sent you some.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, open the chat. I'll send
Yeah.
you.
Where do I do my internship to strengthen my CV? You could, because since you said you want to do in a private equity venture capital firm, I would suggest that you can do an internship start even internship with a fund management firm, basic things, picking up, brokerage house, one of those. That is where you start off with, and then you can move ahead from there.
சார் கொஸ்டின் இல்லைன்னா ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிக்கலாம் சார்.
Question stop பண்ணலாம் இல்லையா? Okay, thank you.
நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் பார்த்துக்கலாம்.
Sure, sir. Sure. There's no question, so I think I'm going to close 6:45. That's what I said. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.